We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the Minnesota Twins. The Giants have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Randy Dobnak is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Minnesota. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully, he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Duggar.
Pitch on the way. First of 3 to start the week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Roll, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The 2 teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Buxton is there now, and he has it 2 gone. Now at the plate, Mike Yastrzemski. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that. Here comes the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Arias has a play. And the inning is over. Giants down in order. The Twins coming up. No score. Jordan Balazovic will be the man on the mound for the G-Men. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Settling in now, Byron Buxton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the pitch. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Twins center fielder.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Byron Buxton sent packing to start out the bottom of the first. Into the box, Jorge Polanco. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. The windup and the 0-1. Yanked on the ground down the line, but this will get foul for strike 2. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Into the box now, Luis Arias. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Arias leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Hit back up the middle. Crawford's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. And inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Now at the plate, Hunter Pence. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rosario is there. 1 away.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And, guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Pitch on the way. They have him played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Now a slider can't make it back to that outside edge, and that takes the count to 2-2 now. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. plate, Mitch Garver. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
The catcher, Mitch.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
Ball one. A ball and a strike. Garver, originally from the state of New Mexico, could very well be a member of the All-Star team for the American League this year, as he ranks second in the league amongst catchers in fan balloting.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that All-Star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in second place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
Hit on the ground to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Batting fifth.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And behind the plate, world champion, former MVP, former Rookie of the Year, he's done it all. Buster Posey. Buster is in full command of this pitching staff.
We'll check in with an average still south of 230. 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game, he was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Got him looking with the fastball, as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. So striding forward now, Eddie Rosario. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. No balls and a strike to count. Bottom of the second here with no score. Drilled down the line, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
From the stretch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Behind 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. He's set, now the pitch. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over.
Welcome back to Target Field, home of the Twins, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. To start the day, they've given up the fewest home runs of any other pitching staff in the league, which has certainly led to accumulating one of the best ERAs in the league as well. One of their pitchers told me, all of our guys have stuff that dances around. We don't throw a lot of straight stuff, so we make it really tough on hitters to barrel us up. Especially in today's game, limiting the home run ball is a great avenue to success, guys.
Leading off for the Giants.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
On the corner at the knees, 0-1.
Well-located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Hit on the ground toward the left. And there are 2 away now.
Batting 9.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford.
0-1's the count.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. Ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1-1. Runs a bit inside for a ball. bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. For the plate now is the designated hitter, Avisail Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Lays off 1-0.
0-1, no strikes.
That's wide, 2-0. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Popped him up. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. Stepping up to the plate, Jorge Polanco. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his shoulder in that one, Matty. Down on 3 pitches, pretty much a wasted AB. This has to be a better effort.
Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. To Crawford for 1. Relay to Belt. They get 2, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Digging in, Steven Duggar back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
The second baseman, Wilmer.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And up next, the utility man, Wilmer Flores. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Digging in, Mike Yastrzemski. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. A ball and a strike now. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Popped him up. Donaldson over to his left. And that retires the side. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Luis Arias.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Weak grounder down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Following next is Nelson Cruz. He waits on deck. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Up next for Minnesota, Nelson Cruz. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
Ground ball sent back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
So now to the plate, Mitch Garver, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a...
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Now the 1-0.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan, but when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 pitch. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Striding in, Max Kepler, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Too high, 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. It's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Brandon Belt comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. He pulls this one into right. And that's the first hit in this one for the Giants. The throw into second. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Next is Johnny.
Now batting, Evan Longoria. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. From the belt, the pitch.
1-0.
Longoria waiting on the 1-0. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, Dero. You're in trouble. You're one pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make one bad pitch, a base hit. The inning continues, and another run batted in.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory. And next will be the designated hitter, Avisail Garcia, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Digging in once again, Byron Buxton. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, he's got to make an adjustment. You could tell this guy's been struggling with the bat in his hands. He's got a lot of frustration. He's gripping the bat too tight. He needs to relax, take a deep breath, and have a productive AB right here.
Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So 2 are gone in the Twins' half of the 5th, and that'll bring in Jorge Polanco to hit next. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. First offering on its way. Luis Arias is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. That's lifted the other way out to left. Yastrzemski will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Twins ready once again. Steven Duggar. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Liner toward right center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
On to first, and they get them both. So coming to the plate, Mike Yastrzemski. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Line to the right side. But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz. 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Riding in once again, Mitch Garver. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And a ball 1-0.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
3-1 to him now. Sliced hard on the ground. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And that's the second out.
Now batted, third base.
At the plate, Josh Donaldson. A hit in 2 tries so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Hot shot down the line, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. A swing and a ground ball to third. Longoria's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They still lead it 2-1. Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Kepler waits on it. 1 out.
The batter, the first baseman.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Buxton is there to put it away, and on 1 pitch, Belt is retired.
The batter.
Stepping in, Pablo Sandoval. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And as Giants fans hear on television quite frequently, that ball is out of here. A solo shot here for Pablo Sandoval. 3rd home run for him on the year, and the Giants have come back to knock this one up at 2 apiece.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Now batting.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Here's Buster Posey now. As he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. For the current campaign, Posey is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But a run for the Giants. Bye-bye, baby, from Pablo Sandoval. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Marlene Garcia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
number 97, Marlon Garcia.
Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
The left fielder, Eddie.
And he popped him up.
Rosario.
But this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-1.
Count 0-2.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Now at the plate, Max Kepler. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch on its way. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Max Kepler becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Garcia, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Devin Smeltzer has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 31.
Brandon Crawford digging in next. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now Crawford swings and pulls this one on the ground to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The center fielder, number 6, Steven.
Stepping in now, Steven Duggar. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Line to the right side. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Donaldson at third. In time to first, and there are two away. Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Pitch popped up. Kepler has got it, and the side is retired. Bottom of the inning now. Now to the plate, Byron Buxton. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First offering on its way. And it's fouled away. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
He froze him on the breaking ball that time. Byron Buxton is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Duggar giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The batter, number 2.
Digging in to try it again. Luis Arias. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he pops him up. Drifting toward the left side of the infield. And Crawford will make the play, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. Score remains. Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Hunter Pence. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. This is line to left. Rosario is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
Throw gets him. 2 down. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Pablo Sandoval. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nelson Cruz. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Trevor Gott enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings. First pitch coming. Here it is.
At the ball.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
2-0 now. Here's the pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Nelson Cruz is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And now a pitch on the way. Lifted down the line in left. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Gott, a 27-year-old. He was taken in the 6th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Got him to go down swinging there. Mitch Garver becomes out number 2 in the bottom of the 9th. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. We are into extra innings. Stepping into the box, Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria.
Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Stepping up now, Buster Posey. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Standing in, Brandon Crawford. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Line to the right side. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
To the plate now, Steven Duggar, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Crawford heads for the plate. He scores, as it's now a 3-2 ball game. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Roy. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd?
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to on 2 hits, and they leave 1. The next twin up, Eddie Rosario. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Fernando Carrasco takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10.
Fernando Carrasco.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. And this is fouled at the plate.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And the winning run will reach. It's a leadoff walk to start the home half here in extra innings. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him. So here is Avisaíl Garcia as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. One there on the belt, but it won't be in time as they just settle for 1. Here's Byron Buxton now. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters. Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find a strike zone in the worst way.
Might be a little worried about a squeeze play. Corner infielders get the signal here to move in with less than 2 out. Blowing away as he misses again, 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2-1 now to the Twins leadoff man. Swing and a fly ball. And this should at least get home the tying run. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. He's safe at the plate. And we are tied yet again here in the 10th.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Reyes Maranta comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
The count now at 2-1. 2-1, here it is. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one. Into the box, Mike Yastrzemski. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a line drive, but just fouls as he just misses extra bases. Swing and a soft liner. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball, right? You go extra innings, that lineup turns over, and was able to get him one extra AB.
Yeah, and he'd be lying right now if he said he wasn't thinking about it. The boys hooked him up right there. Pitching staff extended the game a little bit. One more plate appearance, and he extends the hit streak.
1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Buxton has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Now in the box, Brandon Belt is one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Line drive to center field. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Corey Guerin takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are two on with only one away. At the plate now, Pablo Sandoval. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's what makes you feel really good about yourself.
Into the box now, Evan Longoria, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Guerin was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got one or two big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Arias calls for it. Big spot here. First and second, two men gone, and that brings up Buster Posey. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
1-0.
A ball and no strikes. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the hardwood plate in these situations.
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. And he is out at the plate, trying to extend the lead to 2. To be content with just the one.
Leading off
Into the box, Luis Arias, as he'll swing and pop it up toward the left side of the infield. And this will be taken in by Longoria for the first out. Digging in now, Nelson Cruz. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch on its way.
Oh, that's too high.
Bases are empty, one man out. 1-1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
The catcher,
Stepping into the box, Mitch Garver. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1-2 to the Twins catcher.
2 strikes.
Final strike for the Twins. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Reyes Maranta claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants. 4 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Twins, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the Giants totaled 13 hits as a team as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 4-3. They now have 6 straight victories. The Tigers hit 3 long balls as they bested the visiting Rockies 6-1. The Padres sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Cardinals on the road 6-3. Dan Winkler collected his first W this season, helping the Cubs down the Dodgers 5-4. The Marlins put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 7-6. Anthony DeSclafani won his 4th game thus far as Cincinnati defeated the Mets 7-2. Adam Morgan got the win, his 6th so far this year, as the Phillies took care of the Braves 7-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Brandon Bailey got his 3rd win this season as the Orioles downed the Blue Jays 7-2. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. The Indians allowed only 5 hits in the game as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 2-1. The Astros picked up 14 hits in total as they dethroned the Royals 10-2. Taijuan Walker got his 2nd W of the season as the Mariners downed the A's 4-2. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.